Hola, mi gente. So, I am headed into Brooklyn. I'm in a different vehicle. This is the vehicle that my once boyfriend bought me because we were trying to have a family and we wanted like a family car. So this is a Volvo station wagon, but we've since departed and are no longer together. So, and we're gonna talk about why. Part of it is sexual addiction. And this is a very common theme for men. I actually know a girl who was a sex addict. She slept with over 100 guys. And it was just nothing to her. It was just like, oh, I just wonder what they feel like and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay. But I mean, it's almost like this culture, this society enables sexual addiction and indiscretions and like that whole you're a macho if you have multiple women. And back in the 50s and the 60s, some men had a wife and a mistress, right? And they kept the mistress, like you were a kept woman. So you were treated like the wife, but you didn't get all the amenities of the wife. And you had your apartment. They bought you the apartment, made sure you were taken care of. And it just makes me like, I understand that men have penises, right? Okay, I do a lot of relationship coaching, as you guys know, right? And I understand that men have penises. And there's a lot of nerve endings on there, right? And you guys get really excited. And it's not just that, because you're visual creatures. You like to see women in different positions, in different clothes, different women with different boob sizes and different body weights and different skin textures. And I get it. Okay, I'm not saying like I don't get it. No, I do get it. But I also, I didn't come here like everyone else. Like I came here seeing people's hearts, minds, and souls. So like, yes, I could see the lust. I could see the attractiveness of why that would be like, but I always focused mostly on the heart, the mind, and the soul, because that was just the way that I was born that way. Like, literally, like my heart chakra was wide open when I was born. I came here with like, woo, like very, very aware of, could see a lot of different things in people that a lot of people can't see. I know things. I know how people feel. Super empath. Right? Okay. I know that the player's a player, right? And a tiger, you can't change a tiger's stripes. Sometimes a man meets a woman and she changes him so profoundly that he changes. And that's an amazingly beautiful thing. Right? And I didn't think I was that, because I knew that there was something off with this guy. Like everybody in my family, in my life was like, there's something off about him. Like I can't figure there's but I didn't know how bad it was until I actually went through his phone and I saw that he was talking to like minimum 4 to 6 women at a time, making them think that he was gonna be with all of them, like emotionally catfishing them. Like he was really who he said he was, but he was just, making it seem like he was gonna be with them when he had no intention. Maybe he did, I don't know. But like all of it was like, I love you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, I want to start a future with you. And I kind of thought that when I first met him, because he was talking about how he was looking to buy a house. And my immediate thought, he was like, oh, I'm looking to buy a house. I was like, oh, this is how he gets them. Because they're like, oh, he's looking to buy a house, we're gonna have a house if I get with this guy. You know what I mean? So that was like part of his trap. And I knew that. Like I'm very aware and keen of manipulation and energies. My mom's a Sagittarius. I know Sagittarius energy. Very manipulative to a degree, But not even that, like they're aware of other people's manipulative energy. So by my mom teaching me how other people were deceptive and manipulative, I was able then to see that, in addition to what I could see just energetically or feel. So I don't know why I even kept going. I guess maybe I was just single for 6 years and I was like, oh, this guy's, I had just ended the connection with the guy that I was in love with for 6 years. And something in my heart told me that maybe this guy was my prize for letting go of that energy. And now I'm allowing good energy to come into my life. And this man is my prize. And then he started with the fuckery of like hanging out with girls, not calling me for 24 hours when he was hanging out with them, which means he was sleeping with them or was with them, and that was uninterrupted. He's never had 24 hours of uninterrupted time with me. Never. The whole time we've been together, we've never had 24 hours. He's constantly checking his phone, making sure that he's getting back to his girls, being like, oh, I'm busy, oh, I just got a break, saw this, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, I can't forgive him. Like, I think I could forgive him. I just don't think that I could walk back into that shit. I don't deserve it. And I'm not trying to be his therapist. Like, that's something he needs to fix. He's 47 years old. He needs to fix his shit. So, the reason I wanted to make this video is because I was sitting here and I was trying to explain to someone like what a lustful personality is. So, a lustful personality is someone who's like with you. They love you. They're in the moment because everybody has love in their heart. They want to be loved. They want to be adored and cared for, and you know, love everything that I do. But then every so often when they're not with you, they see something and they're like, I like that. I want to see what that tastes like, what that feels like, what that smells like. I want to see what she looks like naked. I want to see. That's the thought of a sexual addict. You know, what is that? You know, like, what does it feel like to fuck her? I want to ram that, or I want to make love to that, or I want to, you know, I want to lick that. I want to smell that. I want her to be, you know, like, their brain may be slow when you're with them about life and everything else, but when it comes to lust and sex, especially like if you touch them and they're like, like that, you could just tell that they are driven by the root chakra, that red lusty part between your legs and stuff. I'm so grateful for learning. And they can't help it. It's like a trigger in their brain. Something happened when they were young, and that is what helped them feel good or cope or deal with something or get past something. And that is how they cope with everything now. So whenever things aren't going well, they'll go find someone and have meaningless sex. Or maybe it's meaningful sex because it's someone that they have meaningless sex with on a consistent basis and it became meaningful. They have these ties, these connections with past energies and past lovers that they can't let go regardless of what relationship they're in, because it's a trauma bond. Trauma bond is a bond that's created in a moment of trauma that makes you feel safe and that you hold with you throughout the duration of your life until you can learn to let go. And the hardest part for most humans is to learn to let go of things that do not serve you or things that are just unhealthy for you. And oh my God, I think I missed my exit.